Okay, guys, Joe Rogan coming out and attacking the Trump administration. A bit of a heel turn here. We've seen Rogan be far more critical of Trump and his administration over the last few weeks, specifically on ICE and its deportations. And we're going to talk about it. We're going to show you the clip of everything he's talking about here. But it's not just that. He's also been far more outspoken in past weeks on Israel and Palestine, being far more critical of the Israeli government and criticizing the administration's actions. And even some of the guests he's been having on more left wing guests. The guy he had on in this last clip, the clip I'm going to show you, is a Palestinian. And again, he's platforming more of these guests. He had Bernie Sanders on around a week or two ago. So again, he's been platforming more of these left wing guests, and it seems as though he's once again flirting more with the left. I mean, it's kind of interesting dynamic we're seeing here. And Rogan is basically turning on the administration, which is very interesting to see. Now, again, I'm going to talk about it afterward, why I think a little of it is pretty surprising, because a lot of the stuff Rogan is criticizing Trump for, he basically said he was going to do this already. So that it is kind of strange. Like, people were saying, Joe, this is what he's going to do. You can't support him. This is what he's going to do. But for some reason, Rogan must not have gotten the memo. So we'll talk about it after, and we'll show you the clip. So, and here's the first clip, and we'll talk about it after. And guys, by the way, if you're enjoying the content, make sure to like and subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. It's super good for the algorithm, and it helps out the channel immensely. And my Patreon link is down below if you want to support the channel that way. So thank you guys so much for watching. Here's the clip, and we'll talk about it after.
We were told there would be no, well, there's two things that are insane. One is the targeting of migrant workers, not cartel members, not gang members, not drug dealers, just construction workers showing up in construction sites and raiding them, gardeners.
Yeah.
Like, really?
Or Palestinian students on college campuses, or not. Like, there's a Did you see this video of this Turkish students at Tufts University that wrote an essay, and then there's a video of like ICE agents, like, I don't know.
Is that the woman?
Yeah.
What was her essay about? It was just critical of Israel, right?
Just critical of Israel. Yeah, I mean.
And that's enough to get you kicked out of the country.
I mean, there's a long history of anti-colonial activism in U.S. colleges, that led to South Africa changing and all of that. And I think this is a continuation.
Okay. I mean, again, it's interesting that Rogan is now finally deciding that, okay, I'm going to be attacking the Trump administration. I'm going to be critical of them. And it is kind of interesting. He's kind of always a contrarian, always taking against the powerful people who are in power. But it's kind of interesting here that we're seeing this. I mean, he's acting all surprised the administration is going after migrant workers and everybody, including construction sites. But let's be honest, guys. Trump campaigned on mass deportations. At rallies, it was mass deportations. People had signs of mass deportations. What did you think that meant? It was very clear the administration was going to be targeting people, not just criminals, but people who were just in the country undocumented. Not just the criminals. So I'm not sure what he's talking about. If you see his border czar, Haman, he's been saying for months, ever since even before he came into office, that, yeah, we're going to be targeting everybody. So I'm not sure why Rogan is so surprised about this, to be completely honest with you. I think it's very strange. Like, Joe, where have you been? I mean, at least he's criticizing it now and he's making it public. But, Joe, if you've been following the tea leaves, you know this would not be a surprise. And then the guest brings up also the Palestinian students, of course, saying, they're, of course, deporting students who are criticizing Israel, writing op-eds who are criticizing Israel, and they pick them up on the street wearing masks. I mean, it really is kind of insane. And I think it's important, too, that, I mean, Rogan's talked about it, but could you imagine this was the other side? This was Joe Biden, what people like Rogan would be saying. They would be, I mean, to be fair to Rogan, he is criticizing it, but I mean, the exact same thing that these podcasters for years were saying was the main problem with the left, censoring of speech. It's exactly what the right wing is doing on absolute steroids, deporting people because they're exercising speech against the state of Israel. Not America, Israel. So, I mean, it's completely insane. At least Rogan, it seems to be, is finally waking up to the fact that maybe this administration isn't what I thought it was going to be. But I just don't understand why it's a surprise to him. I don't understand why it's a surprise to him. And of course, we've seen many Palestinian students, pro-Palestinian activists, get deported just for exercising their speech against Israel, which is totally insane given the First Amendment rules we have in this country. So, I mean, again, it's interesting Rogan's finally waking up to the fact, but my only thing is, I don't know why he's surprised by this, specifically with the mass deportations and some of the sites coming out of these construction sites and just like throwing these people on the ground. I mean, it is pretty insane. And just to be clear, if, let's just say, you deport every single undocumented immigrant, the US economy would literally collapse. I mean, that is just a fact. Most people in farms and workers in these lower paid jobs, they are mostly done by undocumented workers. People don't want to be doing that for the most part. So again, it's just totally insane and contradictory. In fact, don't just listen to me. Trump himself is now working with the Congress to look to make some sort of rule where we can allow a lot of undocumented farm workers, for example, to stay in the country and actually work, because Trump knows, okay, the U.S. economy would absolutely collapse if we do this. So again, the entire thing is just completely insane. They're going to Home Depots, taking people in. It really is absolutely wild stuff. So I mean, at least Rogan is realizing this now, but again, I just don't know why he's surprised. So that's what I got for you guys today. Again, make sure to like and subscribe. It's super good for the algorithm. My Patreon link is down below as well. Check that out. Drop a comment, hit the like button. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you later.